Oh, yeah. Earl is, yesterday he had a report to do, Fezzi, on, what exactly was it on, Earl?
Basically, the differences between, the arguments between people who are religious, the religious theories on the origin of man and evolution.
And the real stuff. You have your report ready to do?
Yes, it is ready to go.
And what's the name of this report? By Earl Douglas, grade 7.
Very simply titled Religion and Evolution.
Which is not what this was about, by the way.
Right. It was about him proving that the Earth is only 6,000 years old.
And also, he claims that humans and dinosaurs roam together like the Flintstones. And if I hear the name Barney Rubble, I know that you haven't put anything into this. All right, we got like a little background music for him, Fez? Anything at all that sounds somewhat scholastic?
Religion and Evolution by Earl Douglas. There's been a long debate between the religious and scientific community pertaining to the origin of man, evolution, and its perceived timelines. In this report, I'm going to examine both ideologies and attempt to distinguish fact and fiction. In the interest of full disclosure, I must admit that I adhere to Christian values and beliefs, but I will try to do my best to give both sides of the argument and draw a reasonable conclusion.
So far, he has said nothing, Fez. He hasn't given us a single fact. He is dragging this out.
Actually, about all he's said, basically, is Earl Douglas, grade 3A.
That's an
It's
introduction.
why I decided to get a paper and pencil and start to work.
I gave an introduction.
Who wants an introduction?
Okay, I'll go.
Here on Spaceship Earth, this big blue marble.
Okay, next paragraph. Recent
Are
discoveries.
you going to do that every paragraph?
No.
Next paragraph.
He's Paul Harvey.
Recent discoveries suggest that humans first emerged on the Earth between 160 and 195,000 years ago. This would directly question the assertion in religious circles that man was created over 6,000 years ago, and more specifically that God created heaven and earth in 7 days.
No, it doesn't. Go ahead.
However, the accuracy of carbon dating, the process in which the age of fossils is determined, has through the years been called into question, but generally with some exceptions amongst religious and scientific camps.
Wait a minute. What did that mean?
No, the accuracy has been called into question with some exceptions.
What do you mean with some exceptions?
Certain scientific institutions have called it into question, but by and large, it's
Not
the
none
division.
that I know of. I only know of religious
The
institutions.
division has been between pretty much scientific and religious institutions.
Right. So to call into question, other scientists aren't calling it into question, right?
Yes.
He'll take questions afterwards, thank you.
Where was I? Biblical scholars have often countered with the assertion that a day in God's eyes is like 1,000 of our years, and also that several thousand years passed between the documentation of various books in the Bible, including the book of Genesis. Add to the fact that there have been numerous changes in the calendar year, including the shift from a 360-day calendar.
What is he rambling about?
If you include leap year,
Yeah.
it all matches up. The 6,000 year to 195,000.
I can't believe that he's picking at days. He is down. He's trying to find extra days.
No,
it's like Fez. The guy owes $200,000 and he's looking for change in his fucking couch.
If you take into account the fact that we spring forward every April.
No, the calendar has not always been 365 days a year.
What the fuck does that got to do with anything?
I'm just
You
adding,
mongoloid?
I'm adding background information.
Between 6,000 years, right? And 150,000 years. And the Lucy bones go back almost 1,000,000 years, right?
I think so, yeah.
Well, it's not completely like us, but the early signs of man are almost 1,000,000 years old. And you're looking for days here and
No,
there.
I'm giving just just background information.
Labor Day, a day we take off. Come on, Earl.
If you count weekends and vacations.
Anyway, where was
Pad your resume, not this. So far, you haven't given us one piece of information.
This is the same way he accounts for what he did all day.
And, you're not going to be able to get away with, in some circles and religious groups believe, you have to be specific.
Well, I'm getting to that.
Why fucking write all the rest of this? Just get to it. Get to the important part.
Evolutionists have always maintained that man and dinosaurs never lived together.
Evolutionists maintain.
And I must admit that the notion that they didn't quite grab me either. But upon checking various websites...
What?
Upon checking various websites...
What rambling is this? I never even heard a Bible person say they live next to each other.
This is the kid who had to turn in a written report, and would just pad it because it had to be 50 pages long or whatever, so he would just fill it with bullshit. By the way, Lucy,
Yeah.
they think 3.1 million years old.
How come that hasn't come up, Earl? Oh, because you refuse to walk down the street into the History Museum.
No, I forgot where it was. But upon checking out various sources and websites, and also the Bible, there's significant evidence to support it.
To support what?
That man and dinosaurs coexisted.
You said that there is evidence to support man and dinosaurs coexisted.
Yes. There is
Give me one.
Okay. In Genesis 6:13, this is upon describing the ark, because the question came up: if dinosaurs roam the earth, can if man and dinosaurs cannot coexist? The Ark of the Covenant, what have you?
The Ark of the Covenant? What are you talking about the Ark of the Covenant?
I'm sorry,
for?
Noah's Ark. Had a weird Raiders Lost Ark
You have
reference.
got to be the dumbest Baptist in history. There cannot be a Baptist this dumb.
I'm so glad you said Baptist.
In Genesis 6...
Oh, that he's not the dumbest in history.
Not completely lost where I was.
You were
Go
at
ahead.
Genesis 6:13.
And
the
how
height
is
of
this
Lucy.
evidence, Earl, even if it is in the book of Genesis?
What? But please let me explain. In Genesis 6:13, God tells Noah that the ark must be, quote, 300 cubits with width 50 cubits and height 30 cubits. Under today's measurements, the height of the ark would be 45 feet, width at 75 feet, and 400 feet in length. Of most animal species, the ones that are stronger, faster, and are more apt to reproduce are the babies. They also sleep more.
What are you fucking talking about?
Let me finish, please.
Baby dinosaurs were on the ark?
Please let me finish.
Not the baby. Don't hurt the baby.
If you were to take a still growing, and I can't pronounce this, a Brachiosaurus onto the ark, it would only be 15 feet tall and easily fit onto the ark.
Gotta love me.
So you're saying a dinosaur was on Noah's Ark, a baby dinosaur?
No, if Noah had to take two of every creature, wouldn't dinosaurs be considered a creature?
Why'd he take two Baptists?
What the fuck are you talking about? You read a fairy tale, and then you try to imagine that there were baby dinosaurs the same time as mammals.
Answer the question. Is a dinosaur a creature?
One more, again, please let me finish. In the Bible, the words, and I can't pronounce this word, Tianian, Behemoth, and Leviathan appear numerous times, particularly in the Old Testament. When translated, Tiananmen is described as a dragon, a serpent, sea monster, reptile, and dinosaur. In Job 40...
Earl, where did these dinosaurs go, then, in the last 6,000 years?
Again, please let me finish.
You have to start answering a question. You
Bro,
can't keep saying
you better
that.
fucking make a point instead of please let me finish. Where are the fucking dinosaurs today? Where are the baby dinosaurs that Noah brought us?
No, but the dinosaurs are discovered. I mean, I'm veering off the report for a minute. But we're finding the fossils now. When the flood came, the 40 days and 40 nights, it destroyed the dinosaurs.
That's what destroyed the dinosaurs. But it didn't destroy, but they were on the ark.
No, they had baby dinosaurs on the ark. They had small they kept 2 of every creature.
You are fucking retarded.
I can't.
You're
believe,
retarded.
I can't believe he's pulled this off and found the answer.
Now, do you want me to? Now, I don't know where to go with this because I can finish this if you want.
Yes, I want you to finish.
In Job 40, chapter 15, Job 40, verses 15 through 24.
Job is up against 15 through 24. He's versing. I hope he wins.
A behemoth is described as a creature that, quote, eats grass like an ox, moves his tail like a cedar, and lies under the lotus trees in a covert of reeds and marsh. Most children's books that describe dinosaurs describe them as having, quote, tails like a cedar.
Where are these children's books? What is your point? Where are the fucking dinosaurs today?
Well, obviously they're not around anymore. They were destroyed.
How?
What happened to the old cedar tails?
They were destroyed millions of years ago, Earl. Not fucking in the 1950s.
I didn't say they were destroyed in the 1950s.
Esso, the gasoline chain of the 50s and 60s, had real dinosaurs.
With the advance of modern highways, the dinosaurs had nowhere to go.
I'm trying to figure where was it? A leviathan has often been described as a ferocious and terrifying sea creature. Isaiah 27:1 describes it as a reptile that is in the sea, and Job 41:25 says that when he raises up himself, the mighty are afraid. Verses 28 through 29 states that the arrow cannot make him flee. Sling stones are turned into him.
What's your point, Earl?
The point is that they're making an apt description of dinosaurs and large creatures.
God, you're frightening. You're absolutely frightening.
But I mean,
hello, Bellevue.
But if you have a human openly describing that, wouldn't that suggest that they existed together?
No. All right, there's a dinosaur with Jesus 2,000 years ago?
No.
All right, so when did this...
This is mostly Old Testament.
All right, so what dates are we looking at?
Probably looking at, I don't have a biblical
Here's what I want
calendar
to
in
ask
front
you.
of me.
Why didn't the dinosaurs eat Moses?
I can't answer that question. No one can, quite honestly.
Yes, we can answer that question because they didn't exist at the same time.
But they're aptly describing what they look
I'll
like.
fucking show you a fairy tale where there's a giant fucking beanstalk that goes up into the sky. How could they describe a beanstalk, Fez, if they didn't see it?
Like a cedar. If dinosaurs were around with Moses, wouldn't he have used them as one of the plagues against Pharaoh?
Hey, Mike the teacher.
Guys, I've had to listen to thousands of reports from students over a decade, and this is easy. I can't believe this is going on.
What would you grade this, Mike the teacher?
F+ so far. The first 3 sentences were all mistakes. You said the religious assertion that the Earth is 6,000 years old. That's only one guy did that, and only religious nuttos think the Earth is 6,000 years old. Then he said God created the Earth in 7 days. He didn't. He created it in 6 and rested on the 7th. Then Earl said carbon dating is used to date fossils. Carbon dating is not used to date fossils. Everybody always uses that carbon dating bullshit. I thought this report was supposed to be about the age of the Earth. And Ron the other day, in fact, was about to give out the real age of the Earth, and he didn't because he said he wanted Earl to do his research. There's a thing called time on topic in a report. It's the amount of time that the guy in the report actually spends on topic as opposed to all the bullshit. And I haven't heard any topic yet. F+, Earl, step up! See ya!
Earl, you just failed. Now, here's what I want you to do. Put a bow on your head and give yourself back to Opie. And say, look, Ron took me for a year, but I'm too dumb. Find another spot for me.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, my God, it's frightening. Every fucking second you talk, it sounds like Bush is being reelected to me. It almost sounds, by the end of that thing, it sounded like a third term.
What about the part where there were baby dinosaurs on the Ark?
Crazy talk. Fucking crazy talk. Jim, you're on Run Fez.
Guys, I want to know, is this the return we're getting on the money we donate to the United Negro College Fund?
You actually went to college, right, Earl?
Yes, for a couple of years, yes.
With that report, I honestly think you're too stupid to keep a plate in your lip. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
How much time did you spend on that, Earl?
No, I had to. I obviously looked up. No, I went on various science websites.
You haven't done one science thing yet. The only thing you quoted was pieces of the Bible. You didn't quote one scientific thing. Alex, you're on Fez.
Yeah, most Bible scholars say that the Leviathan's actually a crocodile, not a dinosaur there, Earl. Crazy coon.
Anthony, you're on Fez.
Hey, boys. How you doing? Listen, the carbon-14 dating, it dates the radioactivity of carbon that degrades at a particular rate that goes back 60,000 years. So that in itself proves the Earth older than 6,000 years. Not to mention, Earl's out of his freaking mind.
Well, yeah, but you haven't thought about baby dinosaurs. Could easily fit onto the Ark.
Well,
easily.
They're so tiny.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, true. Noah could only build an ark so big. You've got to save room somewhere. Bring all the baby animals on there.
You know what kills me, though, even beyond that, is just how bad the writing is? And Earl always tells me he wants to write for Rolling Stone.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You couldn't write for Rolling Rock right now. You're out of your fucking mind, Earl. I'm not hearing anything now. Now we're back to that, Earl.
No, I don't hear anything
No
either.
energy. No energy.
I got
Earl.
plenty of. I gave a bad report. I'm sorry.
You did the best you could, right?
Tried to find it. I tried to get as much fact together. I tried to put my own spin on it.
I just don't feel swayed by the argument.
There's no fact. You haven't read a fact yet.
I said at the beginning, it was like the eight. They have.
Who's they?
Wait a minute.
Baby dinosaurs.
You know that first humans emerged 160 to 195,000 years ago. 195,000 years ago.
And then you called the Ark of the Covenant.
It's just a bad. For whatever reason, I had a Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And then you actually said anyone could ascend to heaven. You actually brought that up. Earl Flintstone with us today, taking care of baby dinosaurs. Some people believe that dinosaurs would be dishwashers, sitting underneath the sinks with their trunks up above into the sink area.
My favorite, leftovers.
I'm in fucking shock, Fez. I'm in shock. I really am. Dave, you're looking smarter every day. Every single day, you and that crazy report that you did look brighter. Todd, you're on Run Fez.
Oh, hey, I just wanted to ask Earl, where was the thesis in that introduction? And also, was there a bibliography page or any kind of quotes, or is it just all Captain Caveman and Noah's Ark?
Captain Caveman!
And Noah's Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, because, I go to USF down here in Florida, and, we may be a small school, but that ain't cutting it, buddy.
Yeah, well, I'd see you later.
See ya.
Go Bulls.
I used various sources.
You didn't quote anything, though.
Yeah, you
didn't say coming from, so it's a lot of plagiarism, is what it seems to me.
Right, and people assume and people believe, and the web, really an internet of information. Just fucking going on and on as you can.
You brought up listening to him is like listening to a Bush third term.
Yeah.
He used the same sort of ploys that in a George W. speech.
Yeah.
Like the other day when the terror plot was revealed, George W. says, to believe that there is no terror threat against the United States is a mistake. Like there's people out there, anywhere, that think that actually believe there's no terrorist threat against this country. You gotta be kidding me. We're perfectly safe. See, when you say that this imaginary they believes something, then it's easier for you to debate it and say that here's what you should believe.
Somehow I was just trying to inject my own personality into it somehow.
No, there's no personality. It was just fucking confusion.
Oh, success then.
Yeah.
It seemed like his essay was written by the mysterious evolutionists, because those are the only people they quoted.
Right. The evolutionists. As if that always gets to me, that some people act like, well, scientists make this up, obviously, because they hate God. What is their fucking gain? What is the end game of making up lies because you hate God? What do you get out of it?
You get to go back to the Institute,
right,
Ronnie, with all the other scientists and say, well, I've done it. There's no one left on the planet that believes in a higher power. Our goal is complete.
Earl, tomorrow you get here early. You go back to Opie and say it didn't work out.
Still make him wear the bow.
I'm not going to tell Opie that. I love you guys.
Ask if you can run a board for him in Cleveland. And even then, you're going to fuck up.
I'm not going to fuck up anywhere, and I'm not.
Just remember when to go to breaks.
I like working with you guys. I'm not a quitter.
You quit on the essay, though.
Well, I never called you a quitter. We called you an idiot. Maniac. Matt, you're on Run Fez.
Good afternoon, buddies.
Yeah.
In my 35 years of living, I finally discovered how the dinosaurs died, and I'm so glad that God drowned them when he flooded the earth. Thanks, Earl.
Except for the dinosaurs that live beneath the sea. I don't know why they died also.
Well, I guess they just kept eating everybody, so God said, I'll show you.
Then he says this. No one knows how Moses was able to evade the dinosaurs. No one knows this.
That makes sense, though, because if God wanted to get rid of something on the planet, instead of sending that huge asteroid to crash into the Earth and change the matrix of everything so that humans would grow, let's see, I'll need rain to drown them. They're really big. Well, it's going to take about 40 days, 40 nights worth of my rain to get rid of these really tall dinosaurs.
Then there was a part in the essay where he started to list, like, what dinosaurs were called in the Bible or something. Did you get that part where he couldn't pronounce any of the things on his own report, and he was just saying, like, terrapins and weird stuff? What part of what was that part again?
I was quoting the book of Job and
that
Genesis.
Was proving that there were dinosaurs?
Hey, do me a favor. You go to church every Sunday, right?
Yes.
4.5 hours?
Not that long, but generally between 2 and 3.
All right. Give that to your minister and say, hey, I defended us on the radio. And see if he doesn't excommunicate you from that clapboard church over in Queens.
I did notice, though, that when he was listing what they call dinosaurs in the Bible, he included Wookiees and Tauntauns, which I believe is from Star Wars, not the Bible.
I did not say Wookiees or Tauntauns.
You brought up sand people.
Tusken Raiders.
Here is Eric. You're on Run Fez.
Oh, yo, what's up, Ron? How you doing today?
Hey, pal.
I just want to question Earl's knowledge on the Bible. Hey, Earl, do you believe everything in the Bible is true?
By and large, yes, I do.
What do you mean by and large?
Okay.
There's some points that you say are false?
No, there's some things that I will question. And
what are you questioning?
I got to hear what you question if baby dinosaurs in the Ark are the facts. I must hear what you question.
No, there's certain things that confuse me, like certain men in the Bible lived 960 years and 850.
Well, Yoda was the guy's name.
I mean, those things I question. I'm like, it's like one that.
And his Bible's earlier because anytime, like in our Bible, it'll say Satan. His Bible, it says the blue-eyed devil. So it's all a different thing. Right,
but Earl, not that. Oh, I'm sorry, Ron.
Go ahead.
Earl, not to steal something from Bill Hicks, but then why do we celebrate the resurrection of Christ by having a giant Easter bunny lay chocolate in our drawers?
Well, our church,
Thanks,
at least
Eric.
the church I go to, we don't celebrate with the Easter bunny or anything. We celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. That's what we celebrate.
And then you don't go home and have an Easter basket for the kids?
No, not really. I mean, I didn't even
really.
have that.
Either
Yes,
you do or you
do.
don't.
He's lying.
Do the kids have candy?
No, not really.
Oh,
And they don't dye eggs?
Like ours, we didn't necessarily.
Necessarily, either you did or you didn't.
No,
Not
we-
really,
not that I can-
necessarily,
not that I
by
can-
and large.
Not that I can remember as a kid. It was silly. to me.
Who would not remember an Easter basket?
I don't remember an Easter basket.
Oh, you were given amnesia candy.
I mean, it was done at school and everything, but at home, no, we didn't do stuff like that.
You didn't.
Maybe your parents were just cheap. Maybe that's the thing. They didn't want to spend on dye.
No, we ate the eggs. We didn't.
All
we
your
didn't
nieces
dye
and nephews right now don't get an Easter basket.
No, not that I know of.
Not that I know of.
No, because I don't
Not
see
per,
them every
not
year.
per se.
No, I don't see them. I don't see all of them at once on Easter. We come in piecemeal.
Piecemeal.
Peace.
No.
What do you mean?
Well,
Piecemeal.
piecemeal. Like sometimes two of my sisters will come over with their kids.
Did
but
those
not
two
all.
kids have Easter baskets? You son
No,
of a bitch.
no,
He
no,
can't be
no,
near them because
no,
he tries
no.
to kiss them.
As far as I know,
Oh,
no.
as far as I know. Per se.
When I see them, no, I do not see them.
Lord in heaven.
Everything's an Iran-Contra answer
I
with
know.
Earl.
It
As
is.
far
It's
as I know.
fucking Iran-Contra.
Is that a Baptist thing, or is that
No,
just a
I'm
household
No, I'm
thing?
just saying that when
He
I'm
acts
with
like
them,
the cops pulled him over.
when I'm with them, I don't see Easter eggs. I don't see an Easter egg basket.
Okay, Mr.
Whether or not they go
President.
home or not,
I don't
and
see
get
nothing.
An Easter egg basket. No, I'm trying to answer the question as best as I can.
As best as I can. Just answer it. It's a yes or no thing. Do you have a Christmas tree?
Yes, we have a Christmas tree.
And where does that show up in the Bible?
It doesn't.
What is it then? What does it represent?
Honestly, I have no idea
A
what
pagan holiday.
It does represent a pagan holiday.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
I
right.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you do Halloween?
No, we didn't.
Not that I know.
No, we didn't do Halloween.
I've never been in a costume that I can say I know
never,
of.
No, I never had a costume or anything. To me, I always felt Halloween was a silly holiday.
No trick-or-treaters ever came to your door.
Yes.
And what'd your dad say to him?
He would either yell at him or give him candy. One of the two.
All right, if you have candy, you were celebrating Halloween.
Yes, he celebrates Halloween.
Oh, you just told us you didn't.
No. Did I go in costume and get dressed and go out and trick-or-treating? No, I did
Not
not.
even in first grade.
No, I did not. I never believed in Halloween. I always hated Halloween.
You don't believe in Halloween, but you believe there was baby dinosaurs on a wooden boat.
No, I hated the concept of Halloween. I always thought it was a silly holiday. I hate when adults dress.
By
for
the way,
Halloween.
you know, one of the people that you say, one of the things you have a hard time believing is the 900-year-old men. That was the guy who built the boat that put the fucking baby dinosaurs on it.
Yes, I understand. There's things in the Bible that you can openly question. It's always open to questioning. But to me, the message in the Bible.
You question Jesus.
No, I don't.
You don't think there was a Jesus.
No, I don't question Jesus. But I mean, but the overall messages in the Bible, I believe that wholeheartedly. And I will until the day I die.
Jesus got presents on Christmas.
Unless, no, he didn't.
Yeah, he got myrrh.
Oh, yeah. Which he hated as a baby.
Golden frankincense.
And I don't knock.
Get the frankincense away from the baby.
And I don't knock anyone that doesn't believe, and I don't knock anyone that does. I believe what I believe. I think that's
The only thing that you should believe, Earl, is that you're dumb and getting dumber. That's the only thing you should believe.
I now feel like I have to stake out your house on Easter. I can't be with my family. I have to look through the windows to see if there's marshmallow peeps in there.
There is.
You know there is.
Of course there is. There has to be.
Everybody got around this ham. Get your eggs, children. Your family never went without.
Yes, we never went without.
So don't act like your parents didn't take care of you. You probably had a big-ass Easter basket.
What, I wasn't running around with like an Easter bonnet and an Easter basket. No.
Easter bonnet.
No.
Of course not. You're not like fucking chick.
Oh, look at her on that Easter bonnet. He beautiful.
I've got to see you in an Easter bonnet now.
Unbelievable, Earl. All right, tomorrow you're going back to Opie.
No, I don't want to go
And
back
say
to
this did not work out.
Wearing your bonnet and sitting in a basket.
Just go back to Opie and say, Mister don't want me no more.
I am not going, and not saying Mister don't want. I caught that joke, but I'm not going back and saying
Mister don't want me no more. He'll know exactly what that means.
I know what it means, and I'm not saying it.
Can we leave you in a basket on Opie's doorstep?
No.
He'll think it's the Ark. And he's a baby dinosaur.
Please care for this baby producer.
Unbelievable.
I hope this flood starts going down soon. These baby dinosaurs in the back, they're getting big. They're getting hungry.
I'm worried. We're missing sheep. That's probably the baby dinosaurs ate the unicorn, and that's why he's not here today. Just read us the last sentence of your report. I want to hear how you summed it up, Earl.
I'll read the last paragraph.
Just read the last sentence.
I wrote, in the end, it's not where...
the end. And in the end.
In the end, it's not where we come from, but what we can learn from the past to help us move forward.
What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean?
He ripped that out from Stephen Hawking anyway.
I think he got it from the White Shadow.
No,
What do you mean it's not where we come from? That matters.
To me, it doesn't even matter anymore. It does not.
The whole premise is how it matters.
It's how we treat each other today. Whites and blacks living together as one.
I mean, at this point, I'm like, it's like, does it really matter?
Yes!
3 pages of it were written on why it matters.
It obviously
the
matters.
last sentence at the end, you fuck your whole thesis up.
No, I'm just saying, but as far as where the truth lies, I think it's somewhere in the middle. I don't know. I gave up and just said, I don't know.
The truth lies somewhere in the middle. 100,000 years. Could we please just settle on that?
All right, here's somebody that wants to defend Earl when Earl's saying that humans and dinosaurs live together. It's Mr. Slate. Mr. Slate, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Good morning, boys.
Yeah, how are you, Mr. Slate?
Yeah, we're doing great here, Ronnie. We've got employment records and some maintenance records on some of the dinosaurs that completely back up and collaborate with Earl's story.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for taking time to call from the quarry.
Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ron, hey, buddies.
Yeah.
I finally got through. You guys are absolutely killing me today.
Yeah.
Is this a bit?
I swear to God,
it's
no bit.
Stupid.
It's all. This is all Earl.
In the words of Al Dukes, this is not a bit.
Yeah.
I'm dying. And Fez, you're killing me too.
Here's a question for Earl coming up. Jay, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, this is Jay.
Hey, buddy.
2 things. One, how do we get a digital copy of Earl's report?
Yeah, we've got to put this one online. Let's get this over to Mikey Boy and let him post this on ronfez.net. And then I want 1 copy sent to the FBI.
For transcripts of the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah.
Go to ronfez.net.
All right. Earl, would you do that for us?
Yeah, I could do that.
And just read the last paragraph to us again. It just cracks me up.
Last sentence?
Now do the last paragraph. It's too funny.
I wrote, in conclusion, I believe that the truth, however one may want to call it, lays somewhere in the middle. I have always been the believer that one's faith combined with the existing science can support both ideologies. There's nothing wrong with questioning your beliefs. It is wrong to openly dismiss these ideologies without looking deeper into it and finding it out for yourself. I have done so and learned a lot and have not lost connection to my faith.
You have.
It totally contradicts everything in the first paragraph, which is totally how you don't write a thesis or an essay, whatever.
It's what every teacher wants to hear. I've learned a lot during my exploration of baby dinosaurs and the Bible.
He is really insane. He's absolutely insane. It's frightening.
Because it's all true in his little pinhead.
How does he keep that hat on his head?
There must be newspaper stuffed inside it. Because else it would just be spinning on a perfect point.